While I was working on my cast video, I needed a vehicle that I could use to spawn a G91 easily. Since I don't have the TAM unlocked, and I had asked Gaijin for the Begleitpanzer a while ago, the choice was pretty obvious. Based on what others had told me about it, I assumed that I was going to have a pretty bad time with it, so I plan to mostly just sit back and scout. I'm pretty happy to say that my assumption was incorrect. In my time playing it, I found the Begleitpanzer to be a very enjoyable vehicle to play. Unlike the video I made on the T14 with a similar title, it's not overpowered. I wouldn't even say it's the first or second best IFV at that tier, but it is very fun to play for a few reasons. The biggest draw for me is that the Begleit has access to 57mm proximity rounds. Everyone here knows just how much I love helicopters and casts, so having an effective way to counter them is very welcome. I would say it's cathartic even. Nothing is as satisfying as absolutely blasting a first spawn AH-1G before they can annihilate your team. The 57mm is in general pretty good. It isn't stabilized, unlike pretty much every other IFV, but when loaded with APHE it's very punchy. I've one-shot a number of tanks with it. The cannon's dispersion is pretty abysmal, especially if you're holding down the trigger, but it doesn't really matter in CQC, and it's workable at range. While the gun isn't stabilized, it doesn't bounce around too much while you're moving. The suspension does a pretty good job of smoothing things out. I wouldn't recommend firing on the move a lot, but it can help in some situations. The ITOs are also great. Coming from using the Bradley, it's a pretty big step up. For things like the T62M and T55AM, they'll tank a toe of the upper front plate, but they can't do the same with an ITO. You don't get nearly as many as the Bradley, and you can't fire two at a time, but you can fire them immediately after stopping, which is a trade that I am more than happy to make. And finally, the Begleit is deceptively mobile. It has around 21 horsepower per ton spaded, which is on par for most light vehicles at that BR range, but the transmission gives it a bit of an edge. It's only slightly faster than other light tanks going forward, but it can also reverse at full speed, which is very handy for getting out of tough situations. Just like with the T14 video, it's a lot easier to show these things than it is to talk about them. So here's a short kill compilation.
Alright, we're calling a draw.
Oh, they're bothering. Oh, damn. Oh, what the fuck?
Ready, everybody. He's about to do something stupid.
So if you are hesitant to try the Begleit, I hope this convinces you to give it a shot. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you on the next one.